Hi there, Michelle Bosch here, coming to you from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. And today I wanted to talk about how we stumbled across this hidden, little known niche within real estate of land flipping. So now after 4,000 flips, we've been doing this since 2002, pretty much through every market cycle. You know, we've been in an upswing, on a bust, on a recovery, on an upswing again. And we have been doing this successfully no matter what is happening in the economy. And so I wanted to reminisce today and tell you guys a little bit about how we all stumbled into this hidden niche. And basically back in 2000, I think, yeah, the year 2000, my husband and I, we both still had jobs. We hated these jobs and we were looking for a side hustle. Somewhere along the lines, we came across some information that, where we learned that here in the US, properties, if a property or if an owner of a property is delinquent on their taxes, that property will eventually go to an auction. And there's two different types of auctions here in the United States. Either the property goes to a tax lien auction or a tax deed auction. And a tax lien auction, it's not really the property, the one being sold, but it's actually a lien against the property for the property taxes that are owed. And in a tax deed auction, actually what is being auctioned off is the actual property. So I remember me going to a county in Northern California to participate in an auction, and the experience there was that, oh my goodness, it was incredibly competitive. I felt like a little fish in a shark-infested tank where every of the bidders knew each other. They knew that I was a newcomer. They were not gonna let me have it. And it was just incredibly competitive. But what I did realize though is I had, together with my husband, a light bulb moment, and we thought, well, if these people, have let go of their properties, to a property tax auction, they must have made this decision way before this auction is actually happening. And what I noticed was that a lot of the properties that came up for auction were actually pieces of land. So then we thought, why not contact these people, the sellers of the properties, 3, 4, 5 years before the properties were even delinquent? Because if there is the burden of property, ownership, people will probably want to part ways with their property way sooner than that. So we started sending people direct mail. So, and this is how we are able to find, properties for 5 to 25 cents on the dollars from sellers that actually do not want their property anymore. And it's by the use of direct mail. For every 100 pieces of direct mail that we send, we get about 6 to 15 people to respond and call us back saying, raising their hand and saying, yes, I am interested in selling. And I would have to say that on average, depending on the county, anywhere between 750 pieces of mail to 1,000 will produce one deal, with spreads of anywhere between $5 to $15, $20, and even $30,000 on a land flip, without any of the complexities that come with houses. So that's the beautiful thing. And the beautiful thing again also is that it's in nobody's radar to go after land. So very few of these sellers are actually being contacted by direct mail in order for them to sell their property. We have over the years completely, we call it our proven performance letter, because we've tested it to the nth degree, every single word, every single sentence, until we basically optimize our direct mail piece to what it is today, and that continues to give us the same response rates that I was just talking about, and not just to us, but to hundreds of other clients that are doing this as well, and are having the same kind of response rates as well. So I just wanted to give you a little a background story of to how we came across, land and land investing in general. And it was from this knowledge that here in the US, people can actually lose their piece of property to taxes, which is something that was unheard of for me, coming from Honduras, and my husband coming from Germany. It just doesn't happen. So, and then I wanted to talk to you also about what kinds of properties do we go and look after now. And because these properties have to be irresistible, need to be good properties. We're not talking about junk land. And there's 3 types of properties that we go after. The first one being infill lots. The second one being properties in the path of growth, and the third one being properties in recreational areas. And I will go ahead and talk a little bit more about that in another video, but I hope this was of service to you. And if you would like to learn more about this land investing methodology that we have created, you can go to landprofitgenerator.com, or you can go to my website at michellebosch.com. Thank you very much, and until the next one.